remove the wheel, use a 17mm socket, take the lug nuts off. When I go to take the last one off, I'm just going to hold the wheel, prevent it from falling. And pull the wheel off. I'm going to take the parking brake cable off first. I'm just going to use a screwdriver. Just pry this lever down. Just pop that out, just like that. Then there's a little clip right here. You want to take that clip off. You can try to use the screwdriver to get that clip off, or use some pliers. And just prise off like that. You can slide the cable right out, slide that aside. Using a 13mm socket, we're going to take these two bolts out. Loosen those up. You might have to use some pliers to prevent the slide pins from spinning. Take those bolts out. And grab the caliper, just wiggle it back and forth. Try to slide it off the brake pads if you need to. Use the pry bar and just pry them out. There we go. Take a caliper hook, and you just want to hang the caliper from the upper control arm right there. Now we'll take the brake pads off. Now I'm going to use a 16mm socket, take the two caliper bracket bolts out. Slide the bracket off. We're going to take these two bolts off, use a 13mm socket. Slide that out of the way. Take the caliper bracket. You want to put a thin coat of caliper grease right there and right there, where the pad slides are going to go. Take the pad slides, slide them right there, and then another thin coat of grease. Do the same on the other side. Slide the bracket in place, take the two bracket bolts, get those started. Torque those to 48 foot-pounds. Put the brake pads back on. Now we'll take the old caliper, slide the bracket off. Now carefully, we're going to unscrew the brake hose right here. Make sure that the reservoir has plenty of brake fluid in it. We want to do this pretty quick. Just loosen this up. We're just going to spin the caliper as we do this. We're going to have a drain bucket underneath to catch any of the fluid. And again, we'll just do this nice and quick. Take the new caliper, line this up, and get it started. Now obviously you can replace the hose. That would make it a little easier, but this works well just like this. Just get that snug. Try to snug that up the best you can before you put the caliper onto the bracket. Should be good there. Now slide that in place. Get the 2 bolts started. Now we're going to torque these bolts to 26 foot-pounds. Same with the top. You can make sure that brake hose is snug and not leaking. Looks good. Now we take the parking brake cable. Slide that through the bracket. You might have to use a pry bar and just pry it in place, just like that. That looks good. We're prying it out. Just put the clip on, lock that down. Then pull this bracket down and slide the cable in place right there. Now we're going to bleed the brakes manually. I'm going to have an assistant pump the brake pedal. Go ahead and pump the brake pedal. Go ahead, keep pumping. A little more. You can see the piston is coming out as we pump the pedal. Good. All right, hold it down. As it's holding down, I'm just going to open it up with a wrench, get some of the air out. All right, go ahead, pump it up again. And hold it. And there we go, that's a better stream. All right, pump it up. And hold it. There we go, that looks good. Snug that up. We'll just clean that off with a little bit of brake parts cleaner, and then we can put the wheel on. And put the little cap on the bleeder screw. Put the wheel on. And put the lug bolts in. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 110 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just go around again, double check. And after you're done, double check the fluid level and adjust accordingly.